Hey there, Taurus. It's Jen here. I'm doing a reading for you, another reading for October. I was going to theme these, but I was just led to sort of see what comes out. And boy, let me tell you, I had tried to start these readings last weekend, and I just, like, the energy was not right. It just didn't feel like they were the right messages. And when I came down this morning, I was, I'm going to scrap all of them. And I just feel like the energy is right. And the major arcanas that have been coming out, you watch, you won't get one because I'm bringing it up, but and the same ones over and over. There's a real sort of shift. There's some universal shift happening. We just had the full moon in Libra on the 6th, and then we have the full moon in Aries on the 20th. Two of Swords. So you're struggling with some sort of decision inside, internally, and no one really. I feel like you may not have voiced this to anyone, and you're almost like trying to ignore some voices in your head, your intuition. I'm taking it as, yes, this could be other people squawking at you, telling you what you should do, or offering their opinion, or pressuring you. But I also feel like internally you're trying to stay in denial is what I'm getting, and not think about something because you don't want to because you don't want to have to deal with it. This is also you going, okay, because we do have a lot of Libran energy. I have to figure this out for myself, and that's why, it's your own internal soul searching and figuring things out for you. What else do we have? Yeah, something's become a burden. Wow, this is like someone moving. So you might want to move. Someone might be moving out. Something's become a burden, and there needs to. She needs to lighten her load, right? She has too many responsibilities. She's carrying too much. What does that mean? Is that someone with a lot of baggage? Do you have baggage? Or are you taking on more responsibility than you should? Capricorn also had the Ten of Wands, but in the bottom of the deck position. So either delegating, you don't feel like things are being shared, being carried equally, or maybe someone just has a lot of baggage, you're realizing. And that brings a whole bunch of complications because other things get into the mix that don't even, this always happens in relationships, that we're all dealing with our own stuff and it gets injected or played out in our relationships. Two of Wands, though, this is such a pandemic card to me. It's like I'm trapped behind, she's behind this window, but she's just yearning with the globe and the sort of camper, the van, the Volkswagen bus, to go somewhere. There's a surfboard. I mean, surfboards to me just represent sort of freedom and living in the moment and travel, and it's like she's sort of trapped behind this glass. So she's doesn't feel like she's living as much. And again, that could just be because of the pandemic, because there's been restriction or something's weighing her down, tying. So even if she were to travel, look at all this burden. Huh. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. Competition, some fighting, some competing demands, competing priorities. Sorry, it's like I want to break up the tension. Is it, the Five of Wands can be friendly competition and figuring things out, but it can also be just unnecessary, like a battle of the wills or competing. Like the Three of Pentacles is working together, where the Five of Wands to me is a lot of people that have different ideas and directions they want to go with a project, for example. And it makes it very difficult to get things done when nobody can agree or people want different things and they can't sort of come together and figure out and, move in the same direction. Justice, wow. She came out for Libra, not surprising. So this is Libran energy. We're talking about something around that full moon that could have happened around the full moon. Seeing things clearly, balance, fairness. Truth, decisions. Six of Swords. So there's a moving on from something. So if there's a situation that's just not working, people are not rowing in the same direction, and it just gets burdensome, right, with that Ten of Wands to just be rowing in different directions. And the Two of Wands is like, I only have so much energy. What do I want to put it into? And making another decision card. Geez, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, and then the Justice. So definitely we'll end up making a decision, probably as you're coming out of October. And it looks like in some situation, you'll be moving on to a less tense situation. They're all going the same direction. There's some hesitation. We have the full moon here. What's that? Aries on the 20th, which is definitely moving forward energy, ending something, moving forward. There's some hesitation. This isn't an easy decision. There's a glance back, right? Can you even see that? Yeah. I put the cards up, then I realized, and talk about them, and then realized you can't see them the whole time. Sorry. And there's much less stuff. And this person's leaving, with a lot less baggage, right? Than that Ten of Wands. Something that could fit in a van. Moving van. Six of Cups. Something about children, something about childhood, something about keeping it simple. What did you want as a child? And why was that let go? And is that still important to you? I mean, some dreams we have of children are just complete fantasies, and some are not. Some can be reworked into doing something as an adult. It's cute. You want simplicity, though. I see like this little pond, flowers, just enjoying creative pursuits, really pursuits. They're gardening tools, grounding yourself, staying. It's so interesting. I almost said staying put. Yet this Ten of Wands and this Two of Wands and the Six of Swords, my God, are all about journeys to me. Eight of Swords, feeling trapped in this situation that is um, competitive or tense, a lot of egos, a lot of competing energy, in denial about something. Wow, Five of Pentacles. I got to look at the last one. Seven of Swords. I'm getting this little bit of a feeling where, like, you just don't want the. I mean, the Eight of Swords is sort of denial. Like, you just don't want to deal with something. You almost want to be the Six of Swords sneaking away in the middle of the night instead of dealing with whatever has become a burden to you, dealing with whatever this strife is. There's something about someone being left out in the cold, something about maybe you live with someone and you don't want to put them out in the cold, quote unquote. There's some financial, practical, day-to-day things that are on your mind about this that you feel a little tied to, I guess. It's almost like I'd rather just sneak around than deal with it. I mean, you could be thinking of having an affair, or maybe you're not being direct. Let's put it this way. You're not, I feel like there's someone, it doesn't have to be you, is not being forthright. Or maybe like trying to drop hints. Maybe people are dropping hints instead of just coming out and talking about it, talking about something. Like talking about what are your wants and needs, and if you find out you both have different wants and needs, well, what are you going to do with that information? So it's kind of like a hard conversation, difficult conversation. And again, I feel like I feel like you've been fighting, almost keeping yourself in denial or keeping yourself from thinking about it or dealing with it. But I feel like that is going to come to a head. Yeah, there's this weird, like, not wanting to deal with it head on, like just wanting to sort of sneak away. But I don't, like, it's almost like if I move, it's like not wanting to take responsibility, or it would be like if you're in a relationship. I'm not saying this is what's happening, but if you are in a relationship and you get a job and you have to move for that job and you know your person would never move or something like that, it it's almost like it would let you off the hook. Like, I have to take this job. It's such a good opportunity. Hmm. Maybe there's an ultimatum. I don't know. But there's some sort of, the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands, there's a bit of either a passive aggressive energy, or or it may be very, I don't know. I mean, I'm almost seeing like someone's shit being packed and just excuse me, like, here's your stuff, you need to move out. It sounds really harsh, and I don't think that, I don't mean it to sound quite so harsh, but I feel like it's going to be, feel like it's going to feel abrupt to someone. I don't know. Again, the balance and simplicity, these two are really standing out. And maybe that Two of Wands, like, I would like balance, enjoy the simple things. I don't want to feel tied. I want to be able to explore. I don't know. This theme of journey has been coming out. Like, I'm still on a journey, and I'm still exploring, and I'm still figuring things out. Um, and there's a lot going on in your head, and you haven't figured it out yet. Uh, but there is something that may be holding you back, holding you down from someplace you want to go. It's like the timing's not right. It's just that the timing's not right, or the right mix. It isn't the right mix right now. And so making a decision, I think, to move on in some area of your life. Okay, Taurus, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Bye.